Hello, welcome to Chess with JM. In this lesson, we'll talk about the pawns movement. Okay, you know the pawn, the white pawn sits on the second rank, and then the black pawn sits on the seventh rank. So this is the point where they sit, and I just removed all the officials and the king, the queen, so that we can get to understand the pawns movement. Okay, let's continue. Now from this point, chess is a game played in turns, and we're going to start with the white movement. So let's get started. Now at first, for the pawns, they can make two movements at first, and after that they are restricted to make only one movement. But then if you choose to make just one movement, all best known to you, still good. So let's start from this point. So this pawn, the white pawn on d2 goes to d4, and then but then this other person decides to just make a single, oh sorry for that. Now we'll have this pawn deciding to just make a single move. That's just it. And after now, this pawn can only make just one move. That is, this pawn on D can only make one move, and this pawn can as well only make one move. It cannot make two moves now because he made one move before. No, you only have the chance to make two moves from the initial, like your first move, and after that, that's it. But then every other pawn in this place have the chance of making two moves at first, because they've not been moved, like they've not had any move. Same applies to this white pawn. Okay, now another thing I want you to know is that pawns do not move backwards. So I cannot actually move this pawn now back. No, they don't move back. They don't move backward. They can only go forward. Unlike what is it called, the rook, the knight, the bishop, and other officials who can move backward like the queen, and the king. But for these pawns, they only move forward. They can't move backward. So that is their restriction. They can never move backward no matter what. Okay, so let's continue. Now let's say white decides to make a single move this time around, and black decides to make a double move. So the game is all set. Now let's talk about their capturing. So we're talking about the move right now. So you see, at this point now, this okay, sorry, it should be okay. We played white, black, then we played white, black. It should be white again. Sorry. So let's say we play this white now. This can come to this point because chess is a game of turn. Like the white play, the black play, the white play, the black plays. Okay, at this point, this white pawn cannot capture this black pawn because it's just blocking it. But assuming this black pawn should make this move, then any of these can capture. Okay, let's take this back. Okay, let's take this. Let's go back to what we had before. So assuming this decides to just make a single move, this one as well can capture. So they capture diagonal. That's their system of capturing. So let me just do this quickly, and then you see how they capture. So you see any of these can capture this. So this can decide to capture this, and that's it. So let's say it makes single move. This one is making double move. This one can decide to capture. So that's just it. They capture and they move forward only. They capture diagonal, just like checkers or your drought. Okay, let's make another move here. Let's say this one moves double, makes a double move at first. Same applies here. Make a double move at first. This can decide to capture. Now this one can decide to make a single move. This one can decide to capture. Now I'm just showing you their move. I'm not explaining everything in details. Now when you are playing the game, since you know the capturing system or method, you can now apply your own strategy or your own, let's say, calculation or thinking. So let's continue. At this point, black decides to make another single move, and then white didn't capture, but white moved forward. Black's move again. White decided to move this one forward. Black moves. Now look at this. Whenever a piece moves from their own, let's say, point to the opponent's end of the board, it changes to another piece. So let's say this black can actually change to a queen. Yes. And now black turns to a queen. White can as well change to any other official like the rook. So let's do that, and that's it. So what's the rule here? The rule is that whenever a piece moves from their own end to the end of the opponent's board, they change to an official, any official of your choice except the king, because you cannot have two kings in one kingdom, just like you cannot have two captains in a single ship. And that's just simple. You cannot have two presidents in one country. It's simple. You can only have the vice or whatever. So you can't have two chess in a game of. You cannot have two king in a game of chess. You can as well have two queen, three rook, provided the pawns, are being able. You are able to move the pawn from one end to the opponent's other board, which is almost difficult. Don't worry. When we get to play this game, you understand better. But if you're able to achieve that, then you can have as many officials as you wish to have. So having said that, let's keep this video simple.